Out of round one, can we? Jay Will, give me your biggest winner last night.
I'm going with OKC and the Spurs. They continue to put their chokehold on the NBA. What do we talk about a lot with OKC? How did Chet Holmgren play in the NBA Finals? What's going on with Isaiah Hartenstein when we had to go against Wemby? Well, they got a guy named Adai Mara who has a 7'4" wingspan, super talented, can give you depth off the bench, and then gets you an extra body to go against Wemby. And then how about for San Antonio? For Victor Wembanyama, we talked a lot about who's the enforcer. When Luke Cornett played in that series, in multiple series, there were big question marks. Now you bring a guy that brings a lot of physicality, played for Dan Hurley at UConn, an absolute beast on the glass, can gobble up rebounds, and can finish with authority, and is not afraid of putting somebody on their ass.
So did the rich get markedly richer last night in the Western Conference, Uncle Seth?
Yeah, I think exactly what Jay Will just said. I'm really high on Jaden Quintus. I think
that's what San Antonio.
San Antonio. Well, yeah. I mean, I know you were going to talk about them. I think you talk about what you just talked about with Oklahoma City, but if Jaden Quintus, he would have been a lottery pick if he was healthy.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's going to come in, and a year later, once he does get healthy, his athleticism, length, physicality, and his ability to protect Wemby, that's going to be big time.
We said this at the Combine. I mean, wouldn't you just follow Sam Presti around and be like, well, who's he watching? Like, what's it like? I'd sit a scout right behind Sam Presti. Is his eyes here? Then your eyes are there, and try to figure it out. The Spurs and the Thunder's front office, historically, they don't miss.
Yeah.
Like you talk about hit rates, and some people say it's like 30%, 50% in the draft. They're like at a 70% mark consistently in who they're able to pick and how well they perform for their organization.
Hartenstein, is Adai Mara a insurance policy for their front court?
For both. I mean, it's for everything. I mean, I think he's a guy that gets plugged into offense. And also when you think about not just a guy,
great passer.
Right. Bennett Sturt's another guy.
Yes.
I mean, you're talking about just the plethora of guards that they have and what they got last year.
They have enough roster spots.
Yeah.
Let's go to our next team, or our next winner. Seth, give me a team that you thought was a big winner coming out of last night.
I think it's the Bulls. I mean, Caleb Wilson, he has the highest upside of all those top four guys. His athleticism, his versatility, his ability to protect the rim. He can defend, he can switch, relentless offensive rebounder. But Dalen Swain, they've got two guys that could potentially be starters. Dalen Swain led Texas in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, multi-positional player, versatility. Skill, versatility. What is the NBA today? It's a league of skill and versatility, offensively and defensively. That dude right there, those two guys are plug-and-play dudes.
Well, and Dalen Swain, as you mentioned, Coach, he's a very good free throw shooter, which translates over to he should be a really great three-point shooter. Mm-hmm. He got better as the season went along, but he doesn't shoot him. That's the area he's going to have to improve at his game to take that next step.
Tiago Splitter, new head coach of the Chicago Bulls, a guy that's very familiar with European style of basketball. I love his resume. Who you come into the league to, coaching staff matters, guys. It matters. People are like, oh, you get drafted to a team. Like, what's their style of play? So building a system that allows him to continue to flourish. Caleb Foster is one of the most talented players in the draft.
Caleb Williams. Wilson, excuse me. So we both
Caleb Foster. I got a lot of names in my head.
Exactly. Caleb Williams is the quarterback of the Bears. Hot route. Caleb Wilson.
Caleb Foster played at Duke.
So they got two good Calebs in Chicago.
Going back to your radio days and talking about the NFL.
Going back to Caleb Wilson, though, for a minute here. If you watch him and you listen to him talk, if I said to you right now, 5 years from now, he's going to wind up being the best player. You just look at the way he moves. Look at his length. You want to talk about a guy who looks like an NBA player? To me, he looks like he's ready to be an NBA star.
So I watched him work out, get him ready for the draft, and I was blown away with his shooting, because you didn't see a lot of his shooting. People questioned his shooting this year at UNC. He can shoot the heck out of the ball, and he can put the ball down on the ground. He doesn't have the same upper body as this comp I'm about to give. He reminds me a lot of Antonio McDyess.
Okay, yeah.
The energy that
he plays with.
And his rebounding and rim protection.
All right, let's keep going. Sean, who was your biggest winner after last night's round one?
Well, I'm going to look directly into my camera. Why? Because I think it's important that America hears this. Giannis Antetokounmpo's trade, that was big news for the Bucks. They had to make the move. They made the move. The key was who they were going to go pick. And what they just got, Braden Burries is a guy that can impact the game at both ends of the floor. He's a low-usage, high-efficiency type player. I comp him to the Derek White type. I think he's a very good building piece for the Bucks. It was a smart pick for them to get at 10. That was the safe one. Then at 13, they said, you know what? We got to have upside. Is there a player on the board that potentially could be an all-star? Nate Ament could be an all-star 3 years down the road. His size, his versatility.
Oh, now you want to talk to us.
I was talking to America. Now I'll talk to Coach Greenberg. But hey, Coach, you love Nate Amen.
You were
you
talking
think about
him too, yeah.
his defense, and where he's growing at the offensive end of the floor. I think he's going to be a star.
I think he has a chance to be a special player. He's 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan. He's a committed defender. He's at the end of the season, 17 points a game, shot 40 from the three. He learned to play with a better base. He can back people down and get to spots, and he's got that high release point. Now, please do not out me. Kind of like a Kevin Durant. Like when he gets to his spot, that really, you cannot block his shot. He's going to be an elite two-way player with size. Not right away because he's got to get stronger,
Yep.
but big picture, he's got a chance.
It's a down the road.
You talk about you lose Giannis, and then you bring in a guy that has this body frame. You're like, that kind of reminds you a little bit of Giannis.
Yeah.
Like, not saying he plays
He's
that
not
same
freaky
way.
athletically.
They're different. It's kind of like, he gets to his spots methodically more so than with super athleticism, but super talented.
This is what Milwaukee chose. Over getting the package that would include Jalen Brown, they chose the package of picks. This is the beginning of it. These are the beginnings of the building blocks. Speaking of Giannis, he was in Vegas last night where his new Heat teammate Bam Adebayo's girlfriend, Asia Wilson, was playing in the game between the Aces and the Liberty. So there's Giannis, newly of the Miami Heat. Earlier in the day, God bless Big Perk with his strong opinions. He said this about Giannis and his NBA future.
Giannis Antetokounmpo will never win another championship with him being the number one scoring option.
It's a pretty heavy take. Candidly, it's kind of what I've been saying, so obviously I'm not going to take any issue with it. I am concerned.
You're worried about his health. You can't say
Yeah.
he can't win a championship being 1A.
Yeah,
People just said that Jalen Brunson couldn't win a championship being 1A.
Right, and they were wrong.
They were wrong.
And maybe we'll wind up being wrong too. But I see where Perk is going, and I sort of agree. What do you think?
Why? Why do you agree?
Because I feel like the last time we saw him do that was 5 years ago. 5 years is a very, very long time. Since that time, he has been a combination of unavailable and maybe it's the team around him that just fell apart completely, but we haven't seen them win basically anything since that night that he scored 50 and beat Phoenix, and this was the apex of his career. And look, many people have said this, and I agree with it. Not all championships are created equal. This one counts for multiple, okay? He's going to go down. If he never wins another title, he'll go down as a guy with one ring, but it should count as more. I have nothing in the world but an enormous respect for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has been and will probably continue to be a great player. But do I think he's going to be the best player on a championship team? I kind of agree with Perk.
When
The
have we
answer is
seen
no.
him with other All-Stars? I mean, over the last 4 or 5 years after he won it, like Dame Lillard tried to come to town,
Right,
couldn't
did
get
work.
it done.
Yeah.
He got hurt. Like, who has he played with?
Yeah.
So, like, I hear you. You put him with Bam Adebayo, you put him with Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell. You find some pieces in the margin. You're telling me that Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, potentially the best coach in the NBA, don't have a legitimate chance to win a championship?
It's not going to be about Giannis. Look, Giannis Antetokounmpo. First of all, it's hard to win a championship. Let's put it like people say, "Oh, just well, you can't win a championship." Yeah, like Perk, it's hard to win a championship. It's not going to be about Giannis. It's not going to be about Bam. It's going to be about the other guys around him. Those two guys are going to play at a championship level. They're going to defend, protect the rim, rebound, score it, put pressure on the rim at a championship level. If they're going to win a championship, it's going to be making sure, and you have confidence, Pat Riley, to get the other pieces around him so they can go out and do their thing.
Like, listen, Giannis can lead this team in scoring as long as those pieces, Coach, you're just talking about, is the same thing we were talking about yesterday. Space the floor and allow him to operate with freedom. If he can operate with freedom and space and get to his spots, he can be the leading scorer on a championship team without question.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, that's the whole thing. It's more about health than it is about whether or not he's good. Like, he's still really good.
Right.
He's still a championship quality player. He's still a top 10 player in the NBA when healthy. So if he's a top 10 player in the NBA when healthy, like, you're winning the championship.
Jay, will he take care of his body?
Can Giannis still be a number one scorer in the title? This is absurd that we're having this guy. Like, what do you mean? You see what this dude, even when he's on the court, what he does is he's a freight train. I think we forget because we don't see guys. It's always about what